Man, this Steve Franchise 187 New Breed YouTube Realest Brother Ustream. Holla at y'all again with another video. Um and the topic today is gonna be type of women to avoid, stay away from, whatever. Now, I have a list of things. I actually wrote this down actually. So just in case I don't forget. Cause I just wrote them down, a few of my friends. I told a few of my friends, their opinions on it. So I jot, I jotted down. Oh, excuse me. I jotted down a whole bunch of them. So I'm gonna just go down the list. I got it wrote down on this piece of paper right here. Just to let you know, I got a lot of shit. So, um, number one is females who have a gang of kids, or even just females who got kids anyway. My thing with that, and there's a lot of things I could say on that. Now, with a gang of kids, is it's the same as like dealing with a female with kids. With one kid, two, you're not gonna spend that much time together. You're not gonna really do anything. Every time you go out, this girl gotta get a babysitter. Something happens. Uh, In some cases, the baby father is jealous because you going out with his ex or his baby mama or whatever. And I've been in cases where I went out with a chick and she didn't even tell me she had kids. I come to find out, I questioned her about it and then she told me. So I'm like, I can't get serious with a female with kids. Now I fuck them, but I ain't gonna get serious with them. That's just me, cause I'm a traditionalist. I want to find a chick, get married, and have some kids. I don't want to find a chick, she already got kids, and I'm like, okay, something's backwards. That's why America is backwards nowadays, man. It's a lot of women that's cool with just being a baby mama and not getting married. Yet you want to have kids and not get married, but yet you expect the dude to want to marry you with all these fucking kids. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna fuck with you. Not like that. So just keeping that in mind. You know what I'm saying? Um, Another one is women who have ghetto names. Taquisa, females that's named off liquor, nicknames, peaches, if you name off of a food group or some ghetto shit. You got a stripper name, you got just a whack ass name, Lemonade, just the ghetto names, Tequila, uh Flame, all this shit. It's like, no. No ghetto names. That's no. No. Um another another type of female to avoid, and I know this is gonna cause a lot of trouble, but fat chicks. Fat chicks who think they sassy. Sassy fat chicks. Hey, I've been with a few fat chicks myself, but for fat chicks to be sassy the way that a lot of them are, like they the shit, come on now. No. You just the ham sandwich away from dying. And you talking about, you know what I'm saying, thinking that you the shit. Just because one or two niggas then probably gave you a compliment, say you look good. Now you think every man should worship you. And you fat and you got your stomach, your stomach is bigger than your ass. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And there's some women that may carry it well. But I'm just talking about these sassy ones though. You know what I'm saying? These fat, sassy women think that they all that, and they big as hell. Like, come on, man. And even the big ones who be wearing these revealing ass outfits with the stomach hanging out or the ass fat hanging out and shit. Avoid that shit, please. Avoid it, avoid it, avoid it. Another chick is a chick who never wants to leave the house. Now, the reason I say that is because you have to have an outgoing chick. You can't just be around the house 24/7. You suggest you want to go somewhere, and it's like, well, I don't really feel like going out. I'm more of a homebody and stuff. Stay away from them homebody chicks, cause they got some shit that they want that they hiding. Real talk. So keep that shit in mind. Now, as far as home, here's another type of female to avoid. Any chick that stays with a dude, whether it's a baby father, an ex, uh, a roommate, a guy that's a roommate, family members. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm gonna say which is gonna be my next one. But um, any chick that stays with a dude, you kind of question it, because the first thing you're gonna think in your mind is did y'all at any time fuck anytime around in the future or lately or something? Because especially with a roommate, a guy roommate, a female roommate, you know what I'm saying? You will have that little Three's Company type shit. You already questioning that shit. Because 9 times out of 10, they fucked. So, and then when you with her and then he over there creeping around looking, and you can like see through the shit how he looking and shit, it's too much. It's too much. So, any chick that's living with something with a dude, question that. I've had a chick who lived with her baby father, and I said, I'm not fucking with you. Oh no, I'm just living, no, we just living together, ain't nothing going on. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. I'm not letting a woman stay in my house unless I'm fucking her. Straight up. Straight up. I'm just keeping it 100. Shit, unless we just real cool like that. But, which brings me to family, which is my next one. Avoid a female that stays with her parents. That stays with her parents or stays with her girls or whatever. Especially ones that stay with her parents. Because it just shows some immaturity towards her. And I know, and sometimes it's not nothing wrong, living with your parents. I know, if you're going through some shit, I can understand that if you're going through some money problems and stuff. But if you just stuck in your ways and just living at home, you know what I'm saying, knowing that you don't want to stay, that's a big problem. If you're going through money problems and you want to save your money and stuff, I can understand that. Because it's tough times out here. It's people moving in with their parents or with family members and stuff like that. But if you just intent on just staying there and you know the situation, it's like, where can you go to do your thing? Where can you go to just chill and stuff if you have a guy over the house? What can you do? You gonna go in the basement? You gonna go in your room? Especially if you're around a certain age, then it starts to get. The more older you get, and when you stay with your parents, the more it's like, okay, I gotta do something. Because at a point in your life, you feel like you want to just get the fuck up out of there. You ain't get no space, no privacy. You ain't get none of that shit. You can't walk around that motherfucker naked, because that's your people. Can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And imagine your people trying to, you know what I'm saying? They get tired of you too, because they trying to get their little freak on too. If you really want to keep it 100, they trying to get theirs on too. And they see you there, they like, look, you have to find some way to get the hell up out this house. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do that. And you know, with two women staying, with a mother and a daughter staying in the same house, it's trouble waiting to happen. Two women cannot stay in the same goddamn house. If it's friends, family, whatever, they can't stay in the same house. Just like how two dudes can't stay in the same house unless they cool, but a father and son, it's gonna clash eventually. So avoid women that stay with their parents or relatives or their girls, especially when they with their girls, because there can be some jealousy thing going on, and then you come over there and the friend or the roommate or something like that going through. I came over a girl house before, and she had a roommate, and this bitch came out of that motherfucker naked. I'm thinking like, okay, this is some awkward ass shit right here. I'm like, okay. And the old girl didn't have a problem. She just went back in the room, just went in the kitchen naked and shit. And I'm thinking like, well, I'm thinking to myself, wow, this is interesting. What a way to come to a person's house. What y'all trying to do, a threesome or some shit like that? I'm like, I don't know, but I can't do that shit. Oh no. Oh hell no. But watch for that. Let me see. Stay away from a female. Stay away from a gold digger. Oh, that just says it right there. Stay away from a gold digger who always have to ask you something. Always have to ask you money. Or just stay away from a chick who always hits you up because she needs something. She'll call you asking for money, asking for a ride, uh, asking to take her people somewhere, drop her people off, drop some nigga, take her to some nigga house or some shit like that. So, she'll be pulling some game. And those type of chicks right there, they already got dudes. They just trying to get something out of you. I've had that happen to me so many times in my 20s, man. Especially in my early 20s, because back in the day, and I'm willing to admit this, I was just cool with just being around females at that time, because I was around a lot of them when I was younger and shit, because I did a lot of online dating and shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying? All these chicks I met offline, met online and shit like that, and a lot of them just wanted fucking rides or wanted money. More so, they wanted rides for me to take them somewhere and shit. Even though, and if you're gonna take somebody on a ride, or fellas, at least get some fucking gas money for that shit. Cause if you taking the motherfucker somewhere and you ain't getting no gas money, that's on your ass. You need to be paid for your motherfucking service. If you can't get no ass, get that motherfucking cash. Shit, straight up. That's just my thing. That's common sense right there. Another one to avoid is a female that's always insisting you to take them out on a date. Now, I don't know about you fellas, but I don't like to get I don't like a female to pressure me on when we going out, or insist on uh where we should go, and I'm the one paying for it. I'm like, hold on, bitch. Hold up. How are you insisting on, especially if it's a first date? You know what I'm saying? Now, if you with somebody, you in a serious relationship, you can kind of slide with that. Because y'all know each other, y'all like what y'all like. But especially if it's a first date and she doing that shit, that's a deal breaker. No. That's a woman that's after your money. Straight up. Like, don't you feel like taking me to the movies? Don't you feel like taking me on to dinner? I said, no. Don't you feel like sucking this dick? Don't you feel like licking these balls? You know what I'm saying? Don't you feel like making me some goddamn dinner? Choppity chop chop chop. Don't you feel like doing that shit? If you don't, shut your ass up. You know what I'm saying? Shut the fuck up. If you suggesting the shit, pay for the shit. But you know with women, they ain't gonna pay for no dude's dinner. For the most part. That's rarely some shit. I mean, I've had that happen to me a few, sometimes. Well, more times than not. Well, this shit ain't about me. This about y'all. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just watch out for that, especially on a first date. Cause I've had women who've insisted me taking them to a certain place, and I'm like, and then sometimes most of them bitches be having dudes. That's another thing too. A lot of these females be having dudes already, and then they trying to get a free meal off of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, we can't do this. Oh no, you can't go into my house, which is another thing. Fellas, avoid women who will not let you know where they live at. Because they got something to hide. If they willing to go to your house and where you live, but yet they don't want you to go to their crib or inside their crib, they got some shit going on. I can guarantee you that. They got some stuff going on. Because ain't nobody that damn secretive to not let you in their house. Unless they went through some shit where they was abused or some shit. But then at the same time, you can kind of understand, especially online dating, because you can be very cautious of letting people know where you live at and stuff. So that can be a little bit scary. You know what I'm saying? And which brings me to my next one. Since we're talking about online dating. Fellas, and I hate to say this, and I know a lot of y'all do this, but stay away from chicks from these online dating sites. POF, Match.com, Facebook, all these other sites. And there's a lot of reasons why. Number one, a lot of them do not return a lot of you guys' messages. I hear guys say that all the time and have told me, yo, man, a lot of these females is on there and they looking for dudes, but they don't never return no message. It's like, oh, they return messages. They just return messages of who they find attractive, who they can get money out of, all that stuff. So they return some notes. They ain't gonna return everybody's notes, but they already got an agenda already taking place. So, and a lot of online women are desperate as hell. And I know guys like, yo, man, that's the best way to get them is desperate. See, not exactly. Because a lot of that desperacy, a lot of them play desperate to try to get something out of you. But a lot of these online women are either that they're out of shape, they fat, they got low self-esteem. Because let's just be real. When was the last time you really seen a fine ass chick on an online dating site or a decent looking chick? Because you know why you don't see too many of them? Because they constantly get play in public. A lot of online dating chicks got no social skills whatsoever. Because you on an online dating site for a reason. You crazy, something wrong with you or something. And if you do see a fine chick on there, something wrong with her. Plain and simple. But a lot of these women don't really understand too with this online dating is that they really try to look for somebody. Like I'm trying to look for my knight in shining armor and stuff on the internet. Really? You can't find somebody in public, so you want to go online dating. Now, And I know some of y'all are saying, well, you just said you went online dating on your time too. Yeah, but I had an agenda on that. My thing was be cool with, I already knew my agenda. I was going to be friends with them. If I had sex with them, I had sex with them. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. Be a friend. If we real cool or some chemistry start going on, hey, maybe a relationship, maybe not, whatever. We'll still be cool. But online dating, chicks, stay away from it. I know there's some success, but it ain't that much success with this online dating. What is it, like 10, 20%? I don't know if it's higher than that, but them odds alone, it ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? So, online dating chicks, leave them bitches alone. Leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? And with that again, especially again with all these sites on POF, and y'all know how I feel about POF. I did a video on that. But especially with POF, with all these uh first date uh places they want to go, and Facebook, you rarely I think with Facebook, females pretty much be on there just to have friends and holler at family members and put they get their little business and stuff started. But you ain't gonna see too many females that be on Facebook try to get into a relationship with somebody, because they feel it's a social site more than a dating site, which it really is though. But with Match.com and POF and Black Planet and all these other spots, you know what I'm saying? All these other online dating spots, it's not what's happening right now. MySpace, all that, it's not what's happening now. It's better to find somebody in public in a certain place than online dating, because you never know what you're gonna get online dating. This motherfucker could be a stalker, and with the whole catfish thing going on, you don't even know if this is really the person that you talking to. It could be somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Just a little insight on that. Um, Another type of chick that you need to avoid. Did I mention this? A girl who can't cook. If she can't cook, leave her alone. You got to do all the cooking. If she ain't got no cooking skills, leave her alone. Now I'm going by. Okay, now I'm going by my head now. So kind of look. Then I'm gonna try to go through. Um, a female that doesn't have a job or a car. Now that says something to me. Now I understand if you taking a bus, you doing your thing, or your car broken down or whatever, there may be some exceptions in that. But if you don't have a job or a car, which brings me back to online dating, I'm gonna touch that again real quick. A lot of the women that are online don't have a job or a car, and a lot of them just be on there because they bored. Like, well, I didn't want to be on this site. My friend told me about it. I decided they got on some dates and stuff, so I just decided to try it too. I decided to do it and stuff. Yeah, but you brought it upon yourself to stay on there. So, just to let y'all know about that. But back to the job and the car thing. A female, she has to have a job and a car. She has to have that. If she don't work, just like how women ain't gonna mess with a dude if he ain't got no job or no car. Especially if he ain't got no job. Females ain't trying to deal with no dude who ain't got no job and that's broke. You know what I'm saying? Shit, they barely dealing with a regular dude that has a regular job. So, don't fuck with no women who don't have a job, don't have a car, and shit like that. Don't mess with that. let me see. A female that has another one to try to avoid. A female that has a lot of male friends, especially if they have a male best friend that's not gay. That's a big question mark because the dude is gonna hate why you with her. He wishing he could fuck her, but he hating on you because you fucking her. So he's hating on you because he's trying to be like you and he can't. He's already in that friend zone. You know what I'm saying? So, and then a lot of guy friends, see, a lot of the guy friends are gonna try to fuck her. And I'm sure she knows that. And some of them she probably already has. But because if you flip it around, the women are not gonna want us to have any female friends. So if we can't have no female friends, you can't have no male friends. Cause they like, well, you don't need no female friend. I'm your friend. No, you just my bitch. You could be a friend, but you just my bitch. I can have female friends, especially if it's friends that you've known well before you've known this person. Maybe some people would be like, I'm not giving them because I've known them longer than you. So, which I can understand that. That's acceptable. But if a girl has a lot of male friends, keep that shit in mind that you really don't want to fuck with that. Just, just keep that shit in mind. Um, okay, yeah. Stay away from women who says they've been abused or cheated on, because you got to run away from that. And I'm not condoning any females that's getting raped, abused, and stuff like that. But if that shit is happening every single time, there's a big problem. Something you have to change. Just like cheated on, same thing. If every man is cheated on you, I think it's best to say that it's something you doing that's wrong. You have to change yourself. And you know what I'm saying? And to add to this too, a female who never takes blame in any of the relationships that was ended. Because you have a lot of women that always blame men on, well, he cheated on me or he just did something and I just didn't like it and stuff. I'm like, okay, so what the fuck did you do? How did you play a part of this relationship ending? Cause like, which brings back to the abuse thing. And I remember Tariq Nasheed said this shit best. It takes, oh my God. I think he said it takes two to tango, but something about it, ah man, I can't think of it. I know I'm fucking up. But I know he said something about, oh, I know what it was. It's two sides to every ass whooping. So you gotta hear the guy's version and her version. Just like how, with the breakups and stuff like that. But, yeah, stay away from women who got abused and cheated on and stuff like that, because they'll never let that out their head. And plus, they think every man is like that. Well, once a cheater, always a cheater. And then they start blaming dudes. And this is another thing, too. I have to bring this up. A female that blames men for everything that's getting done. Or tell another guy, if I had women told me, it's like, and women have asked me, how come y'all niggas ain't shit? Y'all niggas ain't really shit. I say, no, your choice in men ain't shit. The way you talking ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? The way you have an attitude, especially black women. Black women, I love y'all, and I keep saying I love y'all. But y'all got the worst attitudes of any type of race of women. Y'all got to be Y'all are worse in a lot of categories. And it has men really want to go to other races because you guys got to keep y'all composure. You know what I'm saying? And what brings me to my next one. Black city women, if you stand in a predominantly black city, you know what I'm saying? And some people would be like, what about Atlanta and stuff like that? Some parts of Atlanta is okay. I mean, I've never been to Atlanta, so I can't really speak on it. But for the most part, if you live in a predominantly black city, don't fuck with no black female city chicks. Don't fuck with most of them. I say most of them. I'm not going to say all. I say most of them. Don't fuck with most of them because a lot of them are ghetto, fucked up, talk to you any kind of way. Um, just you step up to them and they just get an attitude and stuff like that. And I'm not saying they don't do that in the suburbs. They'll do that in the suburbs, but not as much as they do in the city. Like I stay in a predominantly black city. I stay in Detroit, and I'm to the point where I don't even want to fuck with Detroit women no more, cause they stay either on some shit or they got somebody. If you got somebody, hey, hope it works out. But if you don't, and you lying, you know what I'm saying? You have your views, you have what your likes and stuff like that. But at the same time, don't complain that there's no good men around here. And that's gonna go into my next one. So, but yeah, man, don't fuck with no black female city chick. Most of them. Let me say most, and if I say all, it's gonna be a boycott and shit. Like what's your issue with black women and stuff? No, just don't fuck with no city. If you gonna fuck with a black female, do it in the suburbs where they much more cooler and nicer. Them city chicks, oh my god, stay away from them motherfuckers. You gonna go through some shit. You gonna go through a weed head, cause black city females for the most part, they some weed heads. They love to drink. They love to club party. They love to get loud wherever they go. You know what I'm saying? When you step up to them, they look at you crazy and shit like that. So avoid black female city chicks. I know that's gonna start some feathers, but I don't give a fuck. This is just my opinion. If you don't like my opinion, hey, it's all good. Um, whew. A female who does not have good conversation skills. If you have a conversation with them and they saying 1, 2 words, or they can't do a complete sentence, or you on the phone, and they rather text than be on the phone. That's another thing. If a female rather text than call you, she has a man and she's going to do some crazy shit. Plain and simple. But if she doesn't have good conversation skills, which a lot of women don't, they rather text, they rather go online, IM you, but as far as the phone conversation, they rarely say something. Well, I'm busy and all this shit. Which brings me to another one. A female who says she is busy. That is crock of shit. There's no female that is 24/7 busy all the damn time. You busy, but yet you posting up pictures on Facebook and Instagram and shit. You got the phone all the time. Your phone is on you all the time. So you ain't that fucking busy. You ain't that fucking busy. So a female that says she's busy, that's a bunch of bullshit. Don't believe that one bit. And another one that I have to do too is a female who says she has a fucked up phone or she don't have a phone. Now, That shit used to work, ladies, some years ago, but that shit don't work no more. And I'm going to tell you why it don't work. Nowadays, you can get a free government phone, 250 minutes, free texting. So, I don't want to hear that shit about my phone don't work, I ain't got no good phone, something fucked up, but yet you women always have your phone around you. You always talking on the phone. But yet, when it comes to talking to certain dudes, now your shit is fucked up. That's bullshit. Well, I got a fucked up phone, my screen fucked up, I can't get no incoming calls and all that. That's bullshit. Get you a goddamn government phone up the damn street. Cause in the hood, they sell the motherfucking phones all through the hood. So I don't want to hear that shit. Go to the FIA office and get you a phone. Come on now. Before it used to be like, oh, okay, you ain't got no phone. But if she ain't gonna give you a cell number or a house number, she got some shit going on, man. Don't believe that shit. Come on, nah. Really? Let me see. Oh, yes. Because I'm looking at my list right now. Avoid any female that quotes Steve Harvey or Tyler Perry, Oprah, any one of these cats. If she has all the Steve Harvey and all the Tyler Perrys and on this feminine movement bullshit, run like Gump. Run like Gump. If they keep quoting these guys and quoting the movies and stuff like that, it's a reason. If you still single and you still reading Steve Harvey books and looking at Tyler Perry stuff and all that stuff. If a girl has a Steve Harvey book on her dresser or by her bed, get the fuck out of here quick. Because everything you have to say or do is, well, you know, Steve saying his book, I should wait 90 days to give up the cookie. Well, as you giving up the cookie, as you not giving up the cookie, I'm like, wait a minute. So you willing to pay almost $20 damn to pay for a book, but you ain't willing to give up no cookie, but you willing to give up $20 to get almost $20 to get this book. That's interesting to me. And now you got women who got kids, like, you done already gave it up. You got kids now all of a sudden you want to read his book. Bitch, it's too late. You've already gave up the goods. And you know a lot of y'all women, y'all gotta give it up. Y'all sexual peaks, y'all be just as horny as we do. So I don't even want to hear that. Steve said this in his book and he said that, and I'm like, if he's saying all this, then why are you still single? Why are you still single? He's getting money off your pocket. Tyler Perry getting money off his pocket with all the movies that he doing and stuff. So if you see a girl with that, run the fuck on as fast as you can. Straight up. Let me see. Let me see. A female who has a STD, HIV, AIDS, any of one of those diseases. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who has one of those diseases. Or a woman who is not willing to get checked out before you have sex with her. It just shows that she's hiding something. It's like, oh, you're not willing to get tested. Or if it's a female you like and you want to make sure she's clean before you have sex, and she refused to do that, get the fuck. That just gave you a sign on not fucking with her anyway. So, um, let me see. Any female who thinks she's a diva, Barbie doll, thinks she's the shit and all this, you can deal with a confident chick, but you can't deal with a cocky chick. Like, I know I look good, I'm strong, I'm independent, I can do whatever I want to, and your strong and independent want to ass is still fucking single, trying to find a man, getting online dating, going to church, doing this shit to try to look for somebody, but you strong and independent. Fuck out of here with that shit. Which brings me to another one. Church. I know some of y'all are thinking, what's wrong with church? Church got some of the most unholy, fucked up people. And y'all want to meet a chick off at church? Hell no. These are the most sinless motherfuckers on the planet. They sin 6 days out of the week, then come to Sunday to try to diminify they sins and what the fuck they been through. And it's a lot of whores in fucking church anyway. I know it's a whole bunch of them in mines. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a whole bunch of them in mines. I wouldn't get into no serious relationship with any bitch in my church. Because a lot of them are just fat or just fucked up. There's a couple of nice ones in there. But, you know they motherfuckers got dudes. And plus, niggas in my church is too goddamn thirsty. They see a chick, it's like, they like a pack of goddamn wolves. They mighty mousing the motherfucker. I'm like, damn, let this bitch breathe. Shit. God damn. So, let me see. A female who smokes and drinks. Now, occasionally drinking, that's cool. If she drinks more than once a fucking week, that's a fucking problem. If she smokes, I don't deal with no fucking chick who smokes. Weed, cigarettes, all that other shit. Zigzags, crack, all that shit. No drugs. Sorry. I don't fuck with no female who has a drug habit. No. Because I don't want none of my shit missing. I don't want you asking me for nothing. I'm not giving you shit. You know what I'm saying? And plus, you don't want no smelly ass bitch either. Because them cigarettes will fuck you up. You will smell like a fucking, you closer to a fucking grave. Straight up. But it's drinking too, man, because I can deal with an occasional drinker that'll drink every now and then or every blue moon. But if you drink more than once a week, that's a problem. That's a big problem. You dealing with a drunk chick, she like, oh well, I'm not doing anything. It's not as bad as I think. It's not as bad. So I'm like, yeah, okay, so that's not the business, man. No heavy drinkers, heavy smokers, cigarette, all that stuff. Leave that shit alone, for real. Let me see. Any chick who is in the mental health or psychology industry. The reason I say that is because a lot of those women that are in that profession think they know you and think they know everybody. They try to be like on some like narcissistic type shit. Like they really think they know everybody, everything. They cocky as shit. And then when you have an argument with them, it's like, you have this, you seem to have an attitude problem. Then they bring their job and their profession into their dating and relationship. You know what I'm saying? If you guys really notice that. And I've dealt with a chick, actually a friend of mine who I was real cool with is a social worker. And I told her something because she kept meeting dudes, or some dude was stalking. I think a couple of dudes was stalking her and shit like that. And I told her, and I was just bold with this shit. And I think my answer is the reason why we don't talk anymore. But I told her, I say, look, you keep meeting these like stalkers and shit like that, stalkers and all that shit, but it seemed like you like motherfuckers sweating you, cause this shit keep constantly fucking happening. And after I said that shit, man, she went haywire, my dudes. Haywire. So, mental health field, social worker, stay away from them, man, because they bring their profession into the relationships. And you can't bring your business to home. Just like how you can't bring your home into your work, you have to separate those. So, just to let y'all know about that. Let me see. Uh, Let me see. Pressure. Um, any chick who always talks about what's on television, or always comparing you to the guys that she like, or celebrities, or have this fest, always talking about reality TV and basketball wives and all that stuff, that's a big red flag. Like, I want my, or always talking about what's on Basketball Wives, or what's on Black Ink Crew, or what's on Love and Hip Hop, or Marrying the Game, or T.I., or Tough Love, or anyone, or Teen Mom, or Catfish, or all these other, or on the judge shows and stuff like that. I don't want to always know about that shit. I mean, you care about more of what you see on television than what's going on in your real life. So if your shit is based on that, then something is wrong with you. Like, seriously. So that's my thing on that. And plus, the whole celebrity thing, and I know we get tired of this shit, because a lot of women, they look at dudes like Trey Songz, Morris Chestnut, Iris Elba and stuff, and women want that type of dude. But in reality, those type of dudes don't want your ass. So stop comparing regular dudes to celebrities and they money and stuff like that. They not making this sort of amount of money, or they don't look like this. And everybody got different stuff in what they do. But if you that superficial on looks and stuff like that, and I know guys, we love a person looks. I mean, that's what really we based on. We base women on looks, and women base us on money. So that's just the harsh reality too. But just a little thought. Um, Let me see. Trying to go down the line. Okay. Now, fellas, I know you're gonna feel me on this one. A female that just dates her own race. Now, let me break that shit down for you. Now, if you're a black female and you just date black guys, that's kind of shows some some issues within yourself. You know what I'm saying? Just like a black guy or only date black women. You don't have to, just because you black doesn't mean you have to date just your own race. You can date all other races, because you gotta know what else is out there. It's like you living in the same city for a long time and you never really traveled to see what's out there. I want all my black men to date outside of your race for a month and see how that is, and then go to black women and see which one is better for you. I know y'all want to have this little loyalty thing with black women, and y'all want to see black relationships come back to life, but let's keep this shit 100. Black relationships is not going to be the same. More people are interracially dating now, so let's just keep that shit. But back to the point. Black men, don't deal with a white chick who only dates black men. Something slick is gonna happen. Just like with black women, you just date black dudes. Something's wrong there. You on some shit. So, watch out for that, because with white girls, you deal with white girls that want to just date black guys, then all of a sudden they want to try to talk like us, be like us, and stuff like that. And then you could put that shit on it's kind of dissing, man. Like, you don't have to talk like me or talk urban so I can understand you. You can just talk the way you want to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to get all gangster and shit like that to talk to me. Shit. I got street smarts. I got a fucking mind. I got sense. Shit. Come on now. I don't want to hear that shit like, yeah, cause I was just doing. I'm like, damn, bitch, you got a deeper fucking voice to me. You sound like fucking Brittany Griner. Like, you ain't got to talk all that shit with me. Calm that shit down. You know what I'm saying? You listen to a rap fucking album, now you talk like this, or this is how you relate to black people or black men and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So keep that shit in mind too. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. A female that doesn't have let me see. A female that loves animals too much. Now, if it's to a point where you posting, because I have a picture or I have videos with my dog and stuff, but I don't just go on there, just people that just have sex with their animals and doing all kind of crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even want to even get into that shit. Just people just have sex with animals. No, that's all I'm gonna speak on that shit. I don't even want to get too much in that shit, cause that's a little bit too much. Let me go. A female that is a shopaholic, who always goes to the mall. I guess you could put that down as maybe gold digging or something, but a female that shops all the fucking time has major issues. Major issues. Major issues. Let me see. Avoid, fellas, avoid club women. Avoid club women. Avoid the clubs. Please avoid the clubs. Women on there is deceitful. They're very deceitful. A lot of women in clubs, they just want to try to get money off of you, get a drink. Cause I've said this many a times. If I don't know you, I'm not gonna buy you no drink. You didn't pay to get into this club, so you can pay for your own drink. You know what I'm saying? I had to pay to get up in here. What the fuck I look like paying to go into a club and paying for you to get a drink, knowing damn well you not into me. You know what I'm saying? And then you gonna walk the fuck out. Act like you don't even know a nigga. After I just paid this $10 for this drink. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck going on? That's why I've never, ever bought a female a drink at a club. I've never done that, and I never will. The only time I will buy one is if I'm in a relationship with her. If things is real serious. If it's not, fuck that. If I gotta buy you a drink to have a conversation with you, shit, you better get the fuck out of here. It ain't happening. Just club women. And just clubs in general, man. Cause fellas, think about it. And I've said this in the reasons not to go to the club video I did on on YouTube. All these clubs are making money off dudes. They not making money off females because they going in these clubs for free for the most part. They making money off dudes coming into the bitch, buying the drinks, because you know ain't no female gonna buy no drink unless she just thirsty. She gonna pay for her home, but she ain't gonna pay for no dude. You know what I'm saying? So that's real rare, man. Don't do the club thing. If you can't get in there for free, don't go in there at all. Shit. And you know what I'm saying? Um Stay away from chicks who work in these exotic industries. Porn star, stripper, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from them motherfuckers, man. Cause you don't want nothing to happen to you or cause these women will set you up. You will get robbed. You can get killed. And you can get a disease fucking with these chicks. You know what I'm saying? So stay away from them type of chicks. Um Let me see. Um avoid women who avoid women that's at your job. Avoid women that's at your job or who you're in a place and you feel like you want to talk to a chick that worked there. Avoid them kind of chicks, and this is the reason why. Now I'm gonna start with women at your job. Women at your job, especially if you care about this job, if it's a job that you want, you feel like it'll help you out in your career and stuff like that. I would say basically